It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, welcome back, you beautiful souls. We're still live, locked in at your feel-good breakfast show, opening up on S3, and we got some magic for you right now. Now, we're talking about a singer, a songwriter, and an actor. It's Nipho Mkhize, and he said that it took a long time for him to find his voice and his sound. But his latest EP, The Sound of a People, has proved that he has found the right combination of influences to create music that is both electric and distinctly South African. Yes, please. Now, take a listen to this. This is his 2019 single, Warm Skies, to see exactly what I'm talking about.
These warm skies are inside my heart. Inside my heart, I'm a child of the South where Madiba came from. And we always dancing, dancing.
That warms our hearts so much this morning. Now, Nipho Mkhize is joining Expresso as a performer for the morning since he was last on in 2017. So let's please give him a warm, feel-good welcome back, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Does it feel good to be back? I mean, 2017, 5 years, a lot has happened. Give us a bit of a regrouping moment right now, because music found you. You didn't go out and find music. Music found you and has brought you to this exact moment right now. Tell us a bit more about your journey.
Yeah, so last time, this is your new studio, so I haven't been here before. So the last time was in Sea Point, so good to see the new studio.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. And yeah, I guess music for me started in the church, and just listening to gospel singers, some like rock kind of vibe as well. And so yeah, music started very young in the church, and I just kind of went on a journey of imitating and trying to copy the likes of Kirk Franklin and the likes, and then I kind of developed into my own kind of artist.
But you've developed into not an artist for me, but it's someone that purely just expresses their talent, right? And not only are you a musician, but you've also an actor. You've trained in acting, you studied at AFDA as well, and apparently you're also teaching there currently. So a jack of all trades when it comes to the media industry, but how do you juggle all of it? I mean, being an actor, being a writer, being a singer, and then still teaching on top of this, how do you divide that, or is it just you being you in all these spaces?
Yeah, so to be honest, you kind of take what you can get when you can get it, just the way that the industry is. And so I guess I've always just tried to think about what's in front of me and just do that and work forward from there. And yeah, I guess regarding the teaching at AFDA, to be honest, I haven't been able to do as much as I can. We in studio at the moment, making more music, and yeah, just marking some of the exams and just helping out there. But yeah, I just whether you're on screen or you're in studio, you kind of just work with what's in front of you, and I think focus is probably the word I would use to kind of just get through it and balance everything else.
So wait, let me just figure this out. So what you're saying there is that essentially if we start to hear some incredible tracks, that means the kids are going to be failing. Because you're focusing all your magic into the music.
No pressure, no pressure. You don't have to argue that.
Yeah, man.
The parents are watching right now.
Yeah.
But listen, one thing I definitely want to commend you for is you taking time to really hone your craft. It took you 4 years to create and release your EP, The Sound of a People. Why that long though? Because you were focusing on the kids, right? That's why.
Yeah, well, you know, the way we do music wasn't the way we planned to do it. We kind of started off with these small concepts, and then with the horns and the sound kind of became very large. And so you worked with I guess as the sound became larger, we tried to bring in more musicians. So we brought in saxophone players, trumpet players, and they all played that stuff live on TV, well, not on TV, in studio. And so, yeah, I guess the largeness of the sound meant that we had to bring more people in, and that takes time because you got to obviously get all the musicians together, you got to book them, and so for me, it felt like we were making art in the sense of like art does take time and you can't really rush it. And so we just, with the sound, we knew we had something different, and so what we tried to do was just make sure that we didn't rush it and try shrink back or do something smaller than what I felt like we could do. And so I guess that's why it took so long to put all the songs together, because just the production of it was always, we had at least on each track, at least 5 people working with us. So that was, I guess, why it took so many years to get
And
it.
we can appreciate that. I mean, good music takes time, and now it's here.
Yeah.
Now it's here. And I'm looking at that. You're mentioning some of the collaborations, some of the people you worked with. I'm looking at Gemma Fasi Kok, Babiyele Shabalala is also on the EP as well. These are people that are like deep in their Mzansi musical legacy culture. I mean, there must be a vibe. You're working with some talent. You're working with some people that are in the scene, but also mixing these beautiful sounds and flavors together. How was the experience like, man?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it wasn't. It sounds like, in hindsight, it sounds planned. Like we caught up, you know, a Fasi, or we caught up someone who's linked to Ladies Make Black Mambazo, but that actually wasn't the case. We kind of, for example, with Gemma, it's that I actually didn't know that she had that connection when we actually made the song. And then I found out when she walked out of the studio, someone informed me and whispered in my ears, like,
Do you know that who
Yeah.
that is?
The music keeps
Yeah.
finding you, man.
yeah, so that was I guess a lucky break to have her on, and she really killed it on that track. And then after that, we just kind of looked at people that are trying to do the same thing as us, and I guess Young Bazo in Durban, where I'm from, they were kind of trying to do the same thing. They were kind of trying to, I guess, bring across a sound from an old generation. And so on the advice of one of my friends who was they're involved with a lot of the UKZN guys, he advised me, and he literally said, for 2 years, you need to get these guys. And then the time was right to do it. We had because we take a long time with stuff, but we had the time to get the guys from Durban to hop on the last track on the album.
Yes,
Oh, the
sounds
time
exciting.
is now for us and the rest of Mzansi to experience your magic. Nipho, I can't thank you enough for joining us this morning, of course.
you,
I'm going to
brother.
let you get back to your practicing because you are going to be absolutely entertained in Mzansi. Nipho Mkhize is going to be coming at us, serving us with some of that magic from his EP and a lot of his other singles. He's got the team here too. It sounds that you are going to love. Don't go anywhere.